It's early and it's Sunday, and I am so happy that I get to do the picks today instead of Thursday. Because between Thursday, you have people ruled out, people ruled in, people changing their rosters. So it's nice to have as most accurate betting as possible. So maybe this can turn me around. I went 2-3 last week. The only two games I got right were Kyle and George. So those coin flips last week did not help me for shit. So now it brings me to 10 and 15. So maybe lucky Sunday morning, I'll get a little bit better. Maybe I'll go 4-1. Maybe I'll go 5-0 and bring myself back to 500. Ainsley still sticking strong, 170.2 for the highest point total. Kyle, I think you scored like 160 something. You tried. Is 170 going to be what does it this year? We'll see. I mean, what last year we had 200 or something. Did it? Go Birds. It's an interesting week. Couple trades in the league. Laura stepping up her team, stepping up her trade game. Never thought I'd see Laura make any trades in this league, but she did it. Steve made some trades. Eric made some trades. We'll see if that benefits. Let's see if that trade gives Steve the win over me today. I'm not getting to the picks yet, so I won't tell you. Interesting week. As much as I despise the Dallas Cowgirls, Dak's injury is freaking bad, and you feel bad. Nobody wants to see that. I mean, I'd like to see concussion, maybe a bruised rib, something like that, come back from. But what happened to him sucks. Hopefully he does come back, plays for another division. But, best wishes to him. Honestly, though, I don't think that the Cowboys drop off so much. If you look, Andy Dalton in his scenario in Cincinnati was nowhere near the team he has now in Dallas, has a higher win percentage. Statistically, they don't actually drop off all that much. The only thing they really lose is mobility that Dax gives you. But honestly, Dalton's a little more accurate. He's finally got weapons. He's got the best offensive receiving core in the league. He's got one of the top running backs. The offensive line's a little banged up, but let's kick it off with change your fucking team name versus Team Hartman. Two of the most incredibly deep thought out team names in our league. I mean, honestly, I don't know how much time you guys spent on it, but I had to be tough picking those names. Anyway, battle of the bullshit names this week. Let's see. I'm going to go with George on this one. It's a close prediction. I like Kyle's team. Goodwin's supposed to be back. We'll see if he's got any rust. I just don't feel confident in him right away. And Kyle, you got a lot of buys. I mean, you got what? Dalvin Cook's probably not going to play. Kamara out. Metcalf out. You got some buys. I think that George sneaks it in this week. We'll see. I think George will get you, Kyle, although you do have the ability to score like a mother trucker. So we'll see. But I'm going to pick George to beat Kyle. I'm probably going to be wrong. Here I go with these great starts. Let's move to Balzac Ertz and Public Enemy. Public enemy number one, pubic enemy. He is a pubic enemy. Speaking of which, Eric, I got to give you a little warning. Steve is doing everything in his power to become the league asshole. I swear to God, every week he inches closer. He's getting into text messages, trying to screw with people. He's really trying. I swear to God, he is one stupid question in a text to me. Steve, if you're watching this, it gets you backhand one of these. He is one stupid question away from being the league asshole. And I got to talk to Laura, but I'm pretty sure we got to work on a league asshole t-shirt. And every year you get like your league asshole 2020, league asshole 2021, whatever. You get the league asshole by being an asshole, by asking the dumb questions that you know the answers to, pissing people off in the text chain, playfully, obviously. It's all fun and games. We all love each other. I like the banter in this league. It's a lot of fun, except for when you say start hurts. Like, come on, man. Anyway, Public Enemy and Vagina. This is a close one. I went back and forth with this one a while. Looking at matchups, and I'm kind of Eric's curse, so when I say he's going to win, he loses. When I say he's going to lose, he wins. So That being said, I feel like Mahomes and Allen, you guys got a great Monday night matchup. I feel like this is a big week for Clyde Edward-Helaire. It potentially, I mean, with the whole news of Bell, I think he's going to try and prove something this week, which is, I think, it'll lower Mahomes' numbers. So I'm going to say, Jana, you got this one. That's my pick. Vajana, ball Zach Ertz, playing Zach Ertz, which he better, I hope to God, he's due a big week too. I think you take it. All right, cleats and cleavage, and Aries weapon. This is another one that has a lot of bye weeks. Deja, well, first of all, you lost Dak. Deshaun Watson this week actually isn't a bad start, though. But that hurts losing Dak. You got Josh Jacobs on a bye. Laura just traded and got Ridley, who has a great matchup against Minnesota. DeAndre Hopkins has a great matchup against Dallas. Those two should probably combine for 60 to 70 points. So, Laura, I think you win this one pretty handedly. I feel like this is your week for this one. Yeah, you have Chris Carson on a bye, but you have really good matchups. Raheem Mostert against the Rams, they suck too. So it's going to be a good one for you, Laura. I think you easily beat Deja. Sorry, Deja. Aviators and Victoria's Secret are reigning champ. Who's 0-5, like me. Unbelievable. I mean, we have some league records this year. 2 teams with no wins through 5 weeks. I think that's a first. This one, Ainsley, you are favored by about 15 points-ish. But I look at Kendra's matchups. Kenyon Drake has not done much, but Dallas is just that team that lets you score. So this should be the week where he gets 80-plus yards and a touchdown. She traded away Mike Evans and Calvin Ridley. Fulgham against Baltimore. He seems to be the main guy in Philly, which is nice. But Crowder, he's got a hell of a matchup in Miami. And statistically, Jamison Crowder is the only receiver to receive for over 100 yards in each game that he's played this year. So he's the most productive. He's technically the most productive receiver in the league right now. You have Devontae Adams. If he was playing, I'd say you win. But he's not. Will Fuller against Tennessee, Hooper against Pitt. You got to pick Cleveland matchup, which, that rival always is one of those weird games. Usually it's a really low scoring game, but if it's a high one, then I think you take it. And Matt Ryan's just looking weird. If Matt Ryan plays well, I think you win this. I think it's going to come down to your quarterback play. But I think Kendra squeaks out her first win in an upset. Just because of her matchups. And Lamar Jackson against Philly, let's be honest, go Birds, but she's set up pretty nicely with matchups, even though she's projected less. But I said I'm always wrong, so good luck. But I think Kendra squeaks this one out this week. On to Show Me Your TDs and Rise of the Eagles. League asshole versus shittiest team in the fucking league. Steve, you're projected to beat me by almost 20 points. 21, 31, 11, yeah, 20, 17 points, something like that. I'm going to pick you to win. I think you should win. Although I have really, really good matchups. Myles Gaskin and Clyde Edward-Helaire should both have really big weeks. And I'm going to probably make a last-minute change and sit down Wentz for Mustache Magic. They got a great matchup against Detroit. And Baltimore, obviously. I don't want to do that against Baltimore. Steve, I'm going to predict you to win, but I do think this is going to be one of my best weeks. So I feel like if you're going to win, it's going to be a good bit of points. I wish we got to get together and watch some games, everybody this year. But Steve, I'll give it to you. You just picked up Mike Evans. You got some tough matchups, kid. Gonna be interesting. But good luck, Steve. League asshole.